Welcome back to Learn with T, where you can learn with me. Today we're looking at the Bruckel Bastion, the newest car added to BeamNG. We're going to look at each model 0 to 60 as well as their top speed. Now, let's go right into it. First up, we're going to be looking at the base model. This is going to be reaching 0 to 60 in 6.02 seconds. It's going to take a while to get up to top speed here. And this is going to be about it, 126 miles an hour. Next up, we're going to be jumping up to the Sport Edition 5.7 liter. This one reaches 0 to 60 in 5.29 seconds. We're going to walk through the 126 limit of the last one. Picking up speed nicely, and it caps off here at 142 miles an hour. A bit of a crash. Jumping into the next one, we're going to go to a Sport GT edition with a 6.5 liter. This one gets up to 0 to 60 in 5.01 seconds. A little bit faster on the 0 to 60. And this GT edition is going to be capped at 143 miles an hour. Jumping up to a street tuned. This one is quite faster, reaching 0 to 60 in 4.36 seconds. Blasting through the 126 from the base edition. Blasting through previous records. Reaching over 160 miles an hour. Over 170. Approaching 180. And this street tune is going to top off at 181 miles an hour on the road. Now we're going to do the street tunes with the NOS enable. This one gets up to 0 to 60 in 4.28 seconds. Let's see if we can get past the 181 from the last run. Approaching 180s. Lost a little bit of speed with the air. And we've hit 181. 188 miles an hour. We are hitting 190. 194. Alright. We called the top speed 194. We're going to be jumping into the next big addition here. We got the BattleHawk. This one runs smoothly with a 0 to 60 of 4.11 seconds. Already breaking 140 miles an hour. Past 160. Breaking 175 miles an hour, 180. 185 miles an hour, approaching 190. 195 miles an hour. 198, can it go higher? 200 miles an hour. The first model to hit 200 miles an hour. We clocked in at 202 miles an hour. Not a bad run. We're going to be jumping into the RedTail, higher edition of the same vehicle. This one hits 0 to 60 in 3.84 seconds. Already going over 100 miles an hour. Braking 150. $180. This one is hitting 190 miles an hour. We'll give it time to get to 200. The last one was 202. And this one is really not doing much better. We're getting a 204. A little bit higher, 205. We gave it 205 miles an hour on the RedTail. Last one on the list, we're going to be going up to the Drag Edition. This one blows all the other models out of the water, getting to 60 miles an hour in just 1.55 seconds. Before I can finish speaking, it's at 150 miles an hour. We are now crossing 180, we are at 195, and we are already over 200 miles an hour, smashing previous records. We are at 225 miles an hour. It is climbing quite rapidly. 230 miles an hour, 235, 240s in there. And here we will witness just a spectacular crash. Drag Edition topping out at 245 miles an hour. And there you have it, the drag vehicle being the fastest out of all models. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a results page here where we can go ahead and compare our results from today. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and hit that like button.